Hi, you're watching Data Science Crash Course, and this episode is about processing data. So finally we can get into doing something with Python, and the crucial thing is about actually it's processing data, because data science is all about data. It's about extracting information, about getting big data and trying to make sense out of it. So the best thing to do that is using Python and using different processing techniques in the first place, because when you get data, actually the first thing you need to do is clean this data, and then only you can extract the correct information. So in order to get data into Python, you need to import it. Depending on the file format you're importing, those can be like text files, JSON, XML files. There are a couple of those standard files. I'm not talking about any kind of photos or images just yet. But the basic standard file is probably text, JSON, Excel spreadsheet, XML. Those are the files you can import into Python, and this is done basically by different kind of basically just importing using open. So you have to go and see open Python, and CSV file, of course. I have forgotten about open. If you just Google open CSV file, open XML JSON file in Python, then you will see it. It's basically done with this loop of with open and you give the file, and then you get each line by line, and then the question is actually where you should store those lines. And the answer is you can either store them as a variable if you don't have that much data, but actually what's much more efficient is putting that either in NumPy arrays, if that's like numbers, numeric data. So NumPy is one of the standard libraries you're using, and arrays in NumPy are very useful for storing data. And another very standard library for storing data is pandas, and pandas DataFrame. This is another kind of a spreadsheet tabular-like format, which is very helpful, which is mostly fast to use, and that's great. So you store data either in DataFrame, in pandas, or NumPy arrays, or there are different like lists, dictionaries in Python. So you should read about those in order to know how to store the data. And then another source of data that you might be getting is scraping the web. By scraping, I mean downloading the content of different websites directly to your computer, and actually you can do that from the Jupyter Notebook. So if you have Jupyter Notebook already open, then it's all about importing requests, and then you use the method get in order to get code from the given website. But it's very simple, but then you need to clean the code, because what you get is the HTML code, and for that you use another library called Beautiful Soup. This is the standard library that you're using to clean the code. Then you get the clean HTML, and then you can search the code for particular things. So a really great exercise in using all those kind of techniques is actually picking one website, one which is your favorite. For example, the one where you get your news about whatever, either the political events or climate or whatever you prefer, and then try to get the data for the past couple of days from that and put them into pandas, or put them into the array with some kind of information that you put in one of those structures. It's really great exercise, because first of all you need to connect with the outside world, you need to download the data, you need to clean it and put it into a given structure. It's really great at getting the grasp of what Python is all about and how powerful it is. So I really recommend this exercise to learn all about the structures. On the final note, not all websites are easily scraped. For some you need more advanced techniques. So if you want to read about them, read about Selenium. That's for scrapers, and that's kind of a headless bot you can run to do scraping for you to some extent. Thank you for watching this episode. In the next episode, we'll be talking more about where you can get data and what kind of data you should be getting. to experiment some more with Python and very basic structures of Python. Thank you for watching this episode.